Hey guys, welcome to Wild Fang Review. Today we're reviewing Final Fantasy 15. You see, Final Fantasy 15 took about a billion years of my life. From me waiting for it when I was a kid to about a couple years ago. And then they have been slowly updating it with updates and, royal editions for a long time. And I want to talk about my initial experience with it when it first came out and the first couple DLCs. I am not talking about Episode Olden because I don't have Episode Olden because at this point I wasn't encouraged to buy Episode Olden. Granted, it is the best one, but I will talk about a little about the other episodes before we go on. Now, the characters are actually some of the best part. And when I say characters, I mean Noctis, Prompto, Ignis, and Gladio are the best characters in the game.
If only somebody hadn't wrecked the car. God, unbelievable.
Oh, I would hate to be that guy. Oh, come on, don't be that way. You know I didn't mean to do it.
Of course not. Sabotage is far beyond you. It's futile.
Rise and shine, princess.
Tremors. Now you did it.
Just call me Titan.
Morning there, buddy.
Eyes open.
And he's up.
Not technically up.
Not technically having our automobile repaired and heading to Corthus, then?
No turning back now, Your Highness. Gotta pay his enormousness a visit.
Yeah. Wonder what it's like outside. Wow! Couldn't ask for better weather.
Ah, good day for walking. Aren't we lucky?
They're the only characters to me that actually make sense. While Noctis is the prince that doesn't want to be king and just wants to be with his love Lunafreya, it is truly good to see this character grow from the beginning of the game to the end of the game.
It seats only one.
Off my chair, Jester. The king sits there.
Granted, some of the things that he goes through is kind of stupid. Even if you can know, even when he learned that his Samdu was being attacked, he kind of has some weird reaction to it. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, well.
You kept us waiting.
Not like I wanted to. We've got catching up to do.
Let's head inside.
Gladio is actually, you know, the toughest nails, best friend type of guy. I'm gonna protect you for the rest of my life type of guy. It's actually really freaking cool. My only problem is it takes to his episode to fully flesh him out and just to see what, you know, he does, where he goes, how he thinks, why he wants to get stronger. It takes episode Gladio to flesh that out, which I'm not gonna lie to you, episode Gladio is it's not the best one out of the episodes. It's actually my least favorite one.
Gladio? Yeah, who do you think it is? Catch you at a bad time. Are you here yet? Yeah, I'm at the Crow's Nest. Good. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me. Sure. So, are you ready to move out? Of course. What about you? Are you mentally prepared? Of course. We'll be right over.
Then there's Ignis. For me, Ignis had the best episode besides episode Odin, and Ignis is one of the better fighters of the group. And not only is he the smart guy, he's also the chef. He's also pretty damn cool as a character. You know, he's the guy with the glasses. He gets blinded later in the game, and it's actually pretty cool. And in this episode, it kind of shows what was happening during a major event in the game where Leviathan was attacking the city. But my problem with his little situation is the other character, his partner character. We still didn't get no story on him. Why? And then there's episode Prompto. By far the second best to me, and one of the more unique ones with one of the greatest twists in the game. Which, the twist I didn't see coming from a mile away, and it didn't make sense until I really looked at it. And it's a really good game. It's a really good twist, and it's a really good thing to happen to Prompto. Kind of fleshes Prompto out.
Made it out alive. Oh! Ah! Oh, what's going on?
Unit XDA-1002, Immortalis. Plasmodic miasma transfer complete. No psychic obstructions detected. All systems operational.
Prompto is actually the most fleshed out character in the game, and the one with the most, what's the right word here? Most ambiguous backstory out of everybody, and everything about Prompto has been fleshed out. So when the game came out, or when everything came out, you know more about him as a human being / not human being. The gameplay is actually really fucking good in the game, but at the same time, it's also really lazy. It's almost nothing you have to do that requires too much skill in the game. You literally can just tap the circle button or hold the circle button to do most of the attacks of the game. While Noctis still has his weapon switching, Prompto is more gun-based combat. Gladio is more strength and sword and shield-based combat, and Ignis is daggers and pole arms. For me, Ignis is one of the better characters to play with because of his unique elemental playstyle, and Prompto because it's a third-person shooter when you play with Prompto. He even can get a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher. It's actually pretty fun. And you got to be with keep forgetting her name. I remember it. I'll probably edit it on the screen if I can remember it. Pisha. But yeah, and you actually did with the episodes after the conclusion of episode Ignis get the switch during the main game of the irregular characters. And I wanted to say that the gameplay is actually pretty. It's about serviceable for a Final Fantasy game, a non turn-based Final Fantasy, and it actually is a really good action game as well. But it's not the best I've ever seen. But again, the game is super easy to master, really hard to learn, if that makes sense. There are a lot of buttons that do a lot of stuff in the game, but all you really gotta do is tap circle and hold the circle and then hold the square button to block and dodge and all that good stuff. Or you can just literally dash away from the fight by clicking one button and dashing away. And which does use his warp powers or king powers or whatever the hell they call that bar. While you also have MP. In fact, no, it's actually your MP. I'm being stupid. Regardless, the MP system for Noctis is it's okay. I just wish the warping did not use his MP. And then there's the magic. By far the worst implementation of magic in any Final Fantasy I have ever seen in my life. Magic is essentially grenades. Now, whoever thought of that should probably be shot. Why in the hell is magic? Final Fantasy has always had magic. Grenades. And I mean, you can take a magic spell, throw it at an enemy, and if your teammates are in the way, they'll get blown up too. Does that make any sense to you? Whoever thought of that idea needs to kind of get shot in the face. Why would you do that? Like, come on, guys. That didn't make any sense. Like, you didn't need to do that at all. Like, it literally is not something you should have done for your game. Next, I want to talk about the story. The story in this game is actually, what's the right words to say here? The story mode actually starts off wide.
I think we can forget about hitching our way there. Thought people were friendly outside the city.
Yeah, you can only go so far on the kindness of strangers.
You're just gonna have to push her all the way.
I've already pushed myself to the brink of death.
Get up. Come on, car isn't gonna move itself.
Sheesh. I thought the car was supposed to move us.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Can it? Ready, steady. Push!
It's so heavy. Unbelievable.
Not exactly a fairy tale beginning, huh, Prince Noctis?
We let ourselves get carried away.
Look, these things happen.
Let's just hope this isn't some omen.
Gladio, do me a favor.
What?
Push this thing by yourself.
All by myself?
You won't even notice if we just let go.
Prompto, don't even think about it.
Save some breath for pushing.
Ignis, come on, time to switch.
Nuh-uh, we just switched back there.
And it's my turn, Noct.
His turn.
Oh, my hands are killing me.
You rather I kill you with mine?
Easy there, tough guy.
Any luck?
Only a busy signal.
Hold the phone. Is it just me? Or was it supposed to be way closer?
I assure you, the map is correct.
The map said Hammerhead was right there.
Literally next door.
Looks that way, on a map of the world.
The world's a big old place.
Filled with wonders.
Tell that to my legs.
You guys even pushing?
Hard as I can.
With everything I've got, we'll be there in no time.
And then it goes narrow the more and more you get into the story. My major issue is, yes, why it starts off wide, it gradually starts to shrink toward the end with some horribly unresolved character arcs and character stories in the game. It genuinely befuddles me on why some of the character arcs in the game get unresolved before the end of the game, and they're like, oh wait, we got some DLC for you. They had to add extra free DLC for Chapter 13. For anybody who's played Final Fantasy 15, Chapter 13 is literally the shittiest chapter of all time. I like certain parts of the chapter, but certain other parts, it's stupid. By the end of the goddamn game, Noctis is not only fully powerful, but he's aged and everything's happened to him to make him a king. But my major issue is by the time you get to the end of the game gives you a super broken weapon. If anybody doesn't know what that weapon is, it's the ring. You can beat the Adamantite or Adamantoise with the ring easily. Sometimes it may not work, sometimes it will work, but if you sit there and go, ha ha, with the ring, you won. Nothing the game's gonna do about it. Are you kidding me? Really? Like, this game, like I said, the story progressively starts off wide and starts to narrow near the end, which doesn't make any sense because the game's supposed to start narrow and then open wide near the end. Hell, even 13 did this, the first 13. It started narrow, like this narrow, and opened up to like here. Cause that game is shit. But would I say Final Fantasy 15 is shit? No, it just didn't make any sense. It's a little more disappointing by the time I was in the game, and at least they acknowledged that some of the mistakes in the game were mistakes. And finally, we get to music and sound. The music and sound in this game is actually really good. The music, I've heard it for years since they first announced it. It's really good. And there are various mixes of the main theme. Of course, all the themes are back in full force in this game, except the victory theme. Don't have the victory theme for some reason. Of all the things to go missing from your Final Fantasy, my victory fanfare, come on. Why did they stop using the victory fanfare? They've been using it for years. But 10-2, nope, we don't have the victory fanfare. 13, nope, we don't have the victory fanfare. Doesn't make any sense. Next thing you know, when we get Final Fantasy VII Remake, I hope and pray to God they have that victory fanfare. I swear to you, you better have that victory fanfare.
Results.
My final thoughts on the game, while they added a lot of stuff like the DLCs, the Royal Edition, which I did not get because I'm not going to buy, Comrades, the multiplayer expansion, and the Assassin's Creed expansion, I could genuinely say I like the game, but it's a little too much for me to continue playing the game. I literally cannot play the game anymore because, like, I'm bored playing the game now. Like, I beat it. I beat the Adamantoise. I beat everything I could beat. I beat the extra missions. I got Noctis' strongest weapon in the game. And like I generally don't want to play it no more. I could easily just go play it and fight, you know, whatever I want to start over or play a new game plus. But I don't have the urge to. You know why? Because the game, it doesn't really do anything. And while I could get the Royal Edition and have those extra boss fights, I don't care too much about getting fighting those extra boss fights. For me, it's kind of pointless. Hell, even the last boss of this game was the most disappointing Final Fantasy last boss to me. Like, when I beat him, I was like, I guess. Whatever. Okay. I mean, I guess that's what it means. When I'm doing that, something is fucking wrong. Something is completely fucking wrong. I really would like them to... I would have loved them to just make a simple Final Fantasy game. And here's the hoping that Final Fantasy 16 is not overly like that. If they're gonna stick to one concept, stick to the concept and keep it up the whole time. Don't change your own concept. I really hope they do this. But that's just a dream of mine. I just hope they make a good Final Fantasy again. And I mean a damn good Final Fantasy. I mean Final Fantasy fucking 7 and 8 or 6, 7, 8 Final Fantasy. Tactics Final Fantasy again. I would like to be the guy that'd be like, holy shit, Final Fantasy. Not the guy that's going, I wish they would remake 8 now instead of just 7. You know? And mind you, I'm a guy that loves Final Fantasies 1 through 10 and 12. Surprisingly, I didn't think I would like 12 as much as I liked it, but I actually like 12. 12 is actually okay to me. But if I was to give anything in this game, it'd be a rent. It wouldn't be a buy because I don't really feel like playing this game anymore. And like, once you beat it once, you'll never play it again, I guarantee it. But that being said, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and hopefully you enjoyed this review. And again, I'll let you know when I take that break so I can do those reviews that I wanted to do. I'll catch you guys later.
Once we have the mics alive to consume into my